Good morning, everyone, or good day, depending on what time you're joining us. Maybe you're watching this on the tape delay. Tape delay, that's not really a thing, is it anymore? But let's come to a comfy seat. If you remember correctly, last week we started talking about rhythm and flow and how that relates to the previous month where we were talking about the breath. So let's come back to a comfy seat, sit up tall, inhale deeply, exhale. Just notice. Just noticing our breath filling up our lungs, exhaling out a slightly warmer air. Take the biggest inhale you've taken so far today. An audible exhale. Two more just like that. One more. Let your eyes close down. Breath returns to its natural rhythm. So last week we experimented with the first part of the flow we were starting. Let me take my AirPod case out of my pocket here real quick. With the first part of the flow, I don't know if you recall, it was arms out and up, cactus, inhale up, twisting to the right, hold for 2 breaths, inhale up, exhale left, inhale back up, exhale cactus, inhale up, exhale palms to your knees. So I'll remind you of that one again. We're going to start off with that. We're going to do a round of 2. So each spot is going to get 2 reps or repetitions. And then we're going to move on to the new part of the flow this week, which is going to be, we're going to figure out how to come over our legs to a tabletop and then do cat cows and push back the child's pose and come forward into plank. So those are our additions today as we build to our final flow. So take a deep inhale, exhale, slowly engage that 4 count breath. I'm going to give you a count up and down here. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top for just a brief second. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our movements here. We're going to add that our arms out on an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, cactus. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right twist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. Inhale here. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Palms are going to come to touch overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale, arms come overhead, tall. Exhale, left. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale, tall, arms come up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, palms to heart center. Palms to your knees. Sorry about that. Let your eyes shut down. Just notice any subtle changes in the body or mind, and that little bit of controlling our breath and timing our movement to our breath. Okay, and then we're going to move on to learning the second part of our flow here after 2 more breaths. So let's go through the first part one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, right. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, left. 1 breath. Inhale, tall, palms come overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. And here we go. We're going to exhale. We're going to fold over our legs and we're going to come across, use that entire 4 count to come to a tabletop position on the exhale. And on the inhale, go ahead and drop that belly. Cow pose. Exhale to cat. Take all the time. Inhale back to cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more round of cat cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Take all the time. And we're going to be in child's pose for 3 breaths. 3 long breaths. And after the 3rd breath, we're going to inhale forward to plank on our knees. Take the entire time. Exhale back to child's pose, but keep the knees kind of narrow this time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 more round of this. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward, plank pose. Tuck your toes. And then exhale up and back to downward facing dog. Stay in down dog for 3 breaths. One more. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale back to down dog. Take the entire breath. So moving slowly. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time we're going to inhale forward and lower yourself down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Take your time getting there. Exhale, forehead back to the mat. Inhale, plank on your knees. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Okay, we did some extra reps through that flow that time. But now we're going to add in 1 rep, 1 breath. We're not going to do the multiples. Okay? So come back to your breath. Let your breathing settle here. Come back to a tabletop position on your inhale. Just stay in tabletop, sink your breath, exhale in a flat back. On your next inhale, drop the belly. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, plank on our knees. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, plank on our knees. Exhale, child's pose. Three breaths in child's pose here. One more breath. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale with the flat spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, plank on our knees. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back. 2 breaths. One more. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, plank on our knees. Exhale, child's pose. So, do we think we got it now? You want to try and do a repetition with just me counting, or me? Let's try and do a repetition with just me calling out the poses, not cueing the breath this time. And we'll do 2 repetitions through that flow. And then we're going to try and add on the first part and the second part together. Okay? So from child's pose, inhale, exhale. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Exhale in neutral. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, cat. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, child's pose. Sorry about that. Plank on our knees. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Plank. Lower. Cobra. Forehead to the mat. Plank on our knees. Child's pose. 2 breaths here. Inhale, tabletop. Stay in neutral spine for the exhale. Inhale, cow. Cat. Child's pose. Plank on our knees. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Plank. Lower. Cobra. Forehead to the mat. Plank on our knees. Child's pose. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to a seat and we're going to flow through the whole thing one time. Just come to a seat. Let your breath kind of return. We've been getting a little active here, so let's kind of slow it down a little bit. And notice I moved kind of more to the back end of my mat as we were doing that. So when you're ready, we're going to get started and we're going to go through the entire flow. So from start to where we end in child's pose, one time, maybe, yeah, one time. We've been doing a lot. We've been pretty active today. So we'll just do this one time and then we'll work on the end because there's going to be more stuff in the middle after that first one. And then we'll work on the end. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale our arms up wide. Palms are going to come touch overhead. Cactus. Palms up to touch overhead. Exhale right. Hold for a breath. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale left. Hold for a breath. Inhale, palms come to touch. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, palms come to touch. Exhale, over, coming to a tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, forward to plank. On our knees. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths in down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plank on our knees. Exhale, child's pose. Just relax in child's pose. So that's the first 2/3-ish of our flow. And when you're ready, we're going to come forward onto our belly. And we're going to roll over onto our back. Next week, we will figure out how we're getting to the ab position without a bunch of hubbub. So now we're on our back. Knees are pointed up at the sky. I want you to take your feet long here. Maybe give yourself a hip shimmy. I always like a good hip shimmy when I first stretch my legs out. Now we're going to end with 2 reps of our core exercise that will be our ending sequence before our cool down. So we're going to inhale our knees in, exhale our knees to the right, inhale up, exhale left, inhale knees back up to center, exhale crunch that forehead to the knees, inhale back down, exhale our lands long. One more set. Inhale, reps, knees in. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, crunch that forehead towards the knees. Inhale, lower. Exhale, long. Let those heels come to the ground. 2 reps, that's all we're doing today. A little bit of work to the abdominals. And the obliques are the side muscles of your abdomen. Then you run down the side here. And then your abs being the primary, where the 6-pack or 12-pack lives, depending on who you are. And we'll start our cool down in just a second. Just let your breathing kind of return to its natural rhythm here. Release control. Maybe you want to take a big inhale. I like to do flubber lips or horsey breath or whatever you want to call it. Go. It's like a slight constriction. We're going to bring the soles of our feet into touch. Knees are pointed up at the sky. Right ankle, left knee. Remember the figure 4. Again, you can pull that left thigh in towards your chest if you would like, or you could stay right here. Or if you want, put your foot up on a block. Just a couple breaths here. One more breath. I'm going to let our right foot, left knee come to the ground, taking that brief twist here for about 3 breaths. Inhale, ankle and foot and knee back up. Exhale, uncross the right. Inhale, left ankle, right knee. Same cues if you want to pull your thigh into your chest. We're not going to be here very long though, so 3 more breaths. Slowly drop the left foot, right knee to the ground. Two more breaths here. Inhale up. Exhale, uncross that ankle off the knee, bringing the left foot to the ground. And slowly extend your heels long, setting up for your final resting pose. Slowly start bringing some movement back on fingers and toes. And then extend to larger parts of the body as you reach overhead. Take a big stretch. And then roll over onto whatever side's calling you today. Push yourself up to a seat. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Join me next time, and we'll go over the last part of our flow, the last joining piece, and we'll probably do a couple full rounds. Thank you so much for joining me. I bow to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you next time.